Welcome everybody. I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to stay faithful when your manifestations aren't coming. Because there's going to be a time in your manifestation journey where you do experience perhaps the old patterns of doubt coming up. I'm going to share with you in this video how to deal with this so that you can see the doubt. You can experience the doubt perhaps, but you're not going to get pulled into it. You're not going to get pulled into the deception and the falsehood of the old patterns of who you used to be. Let's talk about that in this video. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, currently the only way to do so is by booking in a single session. You can book that by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Also, stay tuned for my book called The Power of Choice, which explains that from a metaphysical point of view, everything is a choice, coming out in about 2 to 3 months. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to stay faithful when your manifestations aren't coming is to, number one, eliminate distractions. Stay focused, okay? Eliminate distractions. There's distractions happening in your life left and right. There's distractions across the street. There's distractions on the computer. There's distractions with your so-called friends, although I'm not here to attack anybody, but it's important to be aware who is really there for you, who is really your friend. You know, if your energy is getting drained, if you're not feeling at your best, then I would ask you, is that person really a friend? See, oftentimes the people that are helping you to grow, pointing out the areas that maybe you're not stepping into your full potential, they're not necessarily attacking you, but they're just trying to point you in the right direction. Oftentimes, the people that you think you're friends are not actually your friends. And the people that maybe you judge, the people that maybe you criticize, are oftentimes the ones that are trying to help you, right? That's just been my experience. But anyways, what you want to do is eliminate distractions and stay focused. Stay focused, okay? Eliminate all the distractions. What is distracting you from your path? What is not allowing you to stay focused? This is very critical if you want to stay faithful when your manifestations aren't coming. Because when you're getting pulled into the distractions, you're automatically tuning in to that frequency that is out of alignment with your desired manifestation. So that's very important to eliminate as many distractions as possible and stay focused on your goal. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video is to watch out for what I call the tests. Now, really, this might appear like the external world is testing you, okay? But really what's happening here, in my experience, is that actually what's happening is that it's your own subconscious mind and the old patterns of who you used to be reflecting to you in the external world, through the external world, who you used to be, right? It's that old self. And it's basically your limiting beliefs coming up through the external world, almost like a safety net. It's almost like, are you really ready to become that person that you say you want to be? Are you really ready? Are you really ready? Because many people think that they're ready, but then they fall back and they fail these tests that I'm talking about. So what you want to do is watch out for family members asking you, like, hey, why are you doing this thing? And don't take it as an attack. Don't take it as a blaming game or a judgment game. See it as a blessing in disguise. It's actually your own limiting beliefs asking you. Think of it as like the universe asking you, hey, you said You said, you spoke into existence. You said it. Okay, you said it. That you wanted to go in that direction. And then so this thing, by coincidence, comes up to the surface, and it's like, do you really want to go in that direction? So this is critical. This is how you stay faithful in my experience, is that you watch out for the tests. And look, this is going to happen pretty much 100% of the time. When you make a committed choice to become a different identity, a different version of who you are and who you prefer to be instead, well, what is going to rise up to the surface is all the old patterns of who you used to be. And depending on how big your manifestation is, the severity of these tests can be stronger. Now, ultimately, in the bigger picture, there's no such thing as big or small from the manifestation's point of view. So it's all up to you how you want to handle these tests. But watch out, it could be coming through the external world. Your own limiting beliefs can play out through the external world, through family members, okay, friends, on the internet, right? Maybe a video pops up that contradicts what you said you're going to be. And that's when you start to question, like, oh gosh, like it might, like, notice it might cause like a little trigger in you. Oh gosh, like maybe this person's right. No, you have to click it off. That's a distraction. Don't think like that. Oh, maybe this person's right. Maybe, no, they're wrong. They're right in their own reality, but that is a different vibrational frequency. That's a different vibrational frequency that's out of alignment with who you said you're going to be. It's not that that person is bad. It's not that you think you're better than that person or that situation or that challenge that comes up. It's simply a different vibrational frequency that you want to have boundaries with. Boundaries. And you simply decide, you know what? That's not me, because that's not resonating for me. And you know what you do? You stay faithful in your frequency. You stay faithful. You don't get reactive, because if you get reactive and you question yourself and then you start going down that timeline, what you've done is you've self-sabotaged your manifestations. It's very critical to watch out for this. Now, the third and final thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to stay faithful when your manifestations aren't coming is to, number 3, this has just been my experience, is to remove effort action and focus on aligned action. Okay, there's 2 types of action that you can take in the world. Action where you put in the most effort, you put in the most, you work as hard as you can, right? I'm going to push through this manifestation. I'm going to work hard to get to the very end, right? I'm going to push through. That's one way to take action. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that per se, but oftentimes it's the ego just getting in the way. Right? When you think to yourself, I need to put in the most effort possible, right? And you think that's the way to get to your manifestation, be aware that oftentimes, if you're taking what I call effort action versus aligned action in comparison to aligned action, really what's happening is that your ego has taken over, and that you're just taking action on something that you believe is in alignment with your manifestation. But actually what's happening is that you're working hard in an old reality that is something grounded in who you used to be. And actually it's not aligned with your manifestation at all. It's just a distraction, right? So this has just been my experience, right? Is that when I'm working really, really hard, and I have this ego boost, like, yeah, I'm going to get this, and I'm working as hard as I can, and I'm going to push through this manifestation, push through this action to get what I want. Oftentimes, it's just me believing in resistance, and I found that it's key to not do that, okay, and to focus instead on aligned action. This means that you can kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, if you get what I'm saying, leave a comment down below. But you can kind of get to a point where you can just sense in that intelligence within you, in your emotional intelligence, in that deeper intelligence within you, when you're aligned with what you want. See, because I believe that it doesn't take lots of effort to manifest what you want. It's about how aligned you are. It's about how committed you are. And I believe that if your thoughts and your feelings and your actions are perfectly in alignment, what you want will manifest every single time. Okay, and with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally right now, the only way to do so is by booking in a single session. You can book that by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Also, stay tuned for my book coming out called The Power of Choice, which explains that from a metaphysical point of view, everything is a choice. Coming out in about 2 to 3 months. Stay tuned for that. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.